is failure something that lurks even in Ramcharan's mind?
Absolutely.
My God, your
I am very scared of failure, but I accept
superstar
it
is
when
a
it
mild
happens.
word. I don't think it's the correct definition. Correct me. I don't know what you call you know, the status of a successful actor like Ramcharan. Superstar to chota pad jayega.
I think so.
है ना?
No,
So
not
what
at all.
should we call him? God.
Just call me RC, please.
RC.
Yeah, if it's Ramcharan is such a big long name, then just call
RC.
me.
And for you, what is that one thing that you've imbibed from your mom? You said the fact that you know, she doesn't do it half measures. She gives her, but that one thing that stays in your mind whenever you're doing something.
I mean, I think the way that it sounds very similar actually. Every time I hear Sir speak about Chiranjeevi Sir and every time I reminisce about mom, their, I think, school of thought and their way of operating was very similar in terms of discipline and hard work and sincerity. But one thing that she said that always stayed with me was that you can never lie to the camera. And you know, finesse and skill set and dancing and this and opportunities, all of those things are variables that you can sometimes control, sometimes not control, and work on. But if you're a good person, then all of your performances, no matter the scope, will always connect on one level or another. So you need to work on being a good and honest person first, and only then will your performances come across as honest.
But is it a burden to be compared to your mom all the time? I mean, Sridevi, I mean.
But let's be pragmatic. I mean, no one's saying, I don't think one is compared to the level where, oh, is she as good as Sridevi? Because I think it's a fact that no one can ever be, right?
Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah, so I think the comparison is more in the tonality of, can she live up to what her mother created? But I think even that is an impossibility when you get down to it. I think my endeavor is just to honor her legacy, do what I can, do the best that I can to take it forward and work as honestly as possible, really. I'm just grateful for the opportunities that I get. I want to put my head down and give it my all because it makes me happy. And I think it keeps her memory alive for me as well.
And the scope
Does
of...
it still hurt?
I mean, it's never not going to hurt.
I read again somewhere where you said that you've still not come to terms. It's not something that you accept. Are you still in denial that she is no longer physically present?
You know, consciously when you ask me, I'll say I'm not in denial. But it's so funny because sometimes I have these dreams where it feels like, okay, she's gone on a trip and she's coming back, and in my dream that's the reality, you know. So I guess subconsciously I haven't accepted it, obviously. But
how do you connect with her? Do you sort of mentally talk to her or second guess her that this is what she would have done or said or looked at this problem in this manner?
I feel the most connected to her in two places: when I'm in front of the camera, which is why it means so much to me, and when I go to Tirupati, which is why I do it so much. Yes. So I think that's why I'm so obsessive and hyper about being on a film set and constantly looking for work and trying to take that flight and go to Tirupati as often as I can, because I think those are the two moments where I feel most at peace and most connected. And like I can hear myself and maybe her also a little bit the most.
So sweet. More power to you. I know if we lose somebody, you know, there's never a good time. And if somebody's, you know, goes away from your life in such circumstances, you question everything around even more. But you know, work ethic. And I want to ask you, RC, that after RRR, the global appreciation, the recognition and all, can you better that? And is that something that creates pressure?
I mean, it's very difficult to up the game every year with the movies that we do. But it was never a concern for me. that I have to beat my previous blockbuster or my performance or the reach it had worldwide from Japan to LA. It's very difficult to recreate what we have done. Maybe the circumstances are not the same every project. There are things that make it happen. But we always strive to do something as much or more than that. The sincerity we do every film doesn't change. We are very sincere. The results are varying. The scope of the hit can change a little bit.
Magic is difficult to repeat, you think?
Yeah, but there'll be something else. There'll be a new magic that we might be creating in the next one.
Is there a formula?
There's only hope. There's only hope and sincerity towards every day. If I'm happy, going to sleep and waking up, wanting to wake up to go to the sets again next day. If that is happening, I think that is what I constantly try to check within myself if it's happening or not. The result on a Friday, we don't know what's going to happen. We just have to enjoy the process. If it's 2 years, all the 200 days, am I happy going to the sets? Am I happy coming back home? That's the only thing I think I have in my control.
I've always wanted to ask you because Ayyappa Deeksha is something you do every year. Your dad kind of inculcated that discipline, 45 days of that discipline. What's that all about? She spoke about Tirupati, you do this Ayyappa Deeksha. What is this whole process of spirituality?
It is my grounding. I find myself back. It's the only sane thing I feel I do sometimes in the whole year. It grounds me, it internalizes me a lot. It gives me immense strength, and which lasts for the next 6-7 months after I do that 45 days. So I do it twice a year, beginning of the year and end of the year.
45 days and 45 days?
Yeah.
90 days gone?
90 days.
So you live for 9 months?
Huh?
You
Yeah,
live for
kind
9
of.
months and the rest is what? Bhakti?
No,
What is it that you do?
It's not religion for me. It is more way of life. Your thought process channelizes much better. You're channelizing everything much better. It is just a way of life.
No, so, you know, is it exercising, meditation, you know, eating a specific time, puja? What is it? What is it that this period means for you in terms of your timetable?
Barefoot for
Yeah, barefoot for 45 days. Everything has a reason why they've designed it a certain way. If you actually read the Puranas, why we are doing what we are doing in these 10, 15 days, 45 days, we are actually cleansing ourselves internally, and it takes for the body and the constitution of the body to change, it takes about 45 days for any change to happen. That's why we do a diet for 3 months or 45 days and above. So it just changes, every cell in your body changes. It breathes better.
Does that bring calmness?
Absolutely. Clarity, calmness, steadiness, everything it does. And we try to inculcate it in the following months after we finish the mala also. So every time you feel you're going off track, thoda idhar udhar ja raha hai, your life and your mind is a little off, I do that. It channelizes me back.
So do you do it between a film like Paddy, which is about sports, it's about perseverance?
No definite time, ma'am. I do it whenever
Anytime.
I feel, yeah.
You did it twice on...
Twice on Paddy sets,
Yeah.
And what is he like during that period?
He was...
You still call him Sir, or do you call him God in those periods?
Maybe I should.
I'll bury my head somewhere.
I mean, he's the same as he always is. I would imagine that the kind of fasting and mental discipline and its astuteness that period of penance requires would result in a change in his energy levels in front of the camera, but that it doesn't at all. Like, he's still a tiger, 10 on 10, 100 on 100, I would say, in front of the camera. But ma'am, offset, I feel like his energy is like he's always in penance only. It's very...
He's very disciplined. Boring.
Boring. No, more than... Not, I wouldn't use
Please,
these...
that's why I don't want
wouldn't
to get there. Saying people are going to think I'm really
No,
boring.
but I wouldn't use these words of discipline and boring. Maybe discipline, but I would say shy. I would say very innocent. I would say someone with a lot of depth and who's very comfortable with silences, and who observes a lot and
For
doesn't
somebody
necessarily...
who's half Punjabi, how do you adjust to that?
But I'm also half South Indian.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like I identify more with that side in any case.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I dialed the wrong number there.